Yo, what's good, troop? This is crazy. We are in my balcony, in my new apartment, fully moved in. It's fucking crazy, boys. And I wanted to come on here and talk to you about that gut feeling that you have and how every single day that you are not acting on that gut feeling is essentially affecting the trajectory of this entire thing that you want. So let me take you back, okay? Let me take you back. 6 months ago, I was in a dorm room. My girlfriend at the time completely destroyed me. I lost all sense of identity at my school. I hid a drug problem, and then once she left, it got worse. And then I partied a shit ton and just did unreasonable things to myself. Didn't give a fuck in school for basically the entire time. I was constantly skating thin ice from being dropped from the school. I joke about, I dropped out, but fuck, dude, I almost got dropped from the school. Literally, I'll put it on screen. There's a shit ton of notices I had for everything. There wasn't one thing I think I did successfully at that school besides this shit. And I paid for every single dollar of that, so it was my mistake. And I was gonna have to live with that shit. So the girl I was with at the time completely destroyed me, and then it made me realize that I was literally only there for her, kind of, and this fake idea of a career I wanted. And a lot of you guys have these dreams, right, where it's oh, I want to start this and do this, and I really want to take it seriously. And that's where it stops. It's a dream. It doesn't go anywhere. And that's how I was for a really long time. I'll be making this, Dude, I swear to God, no joke, I had a document on my old computer called Goals 2022. Dead ass, same goals in 2023, same goals in 2024. And that changed in the end of 2024 when I actually started doing shit to make myself better. So I was incredibly fucked. School was going to drop me, a girl left me, zero friends who I actually give a fuck about. Just lames, bro. Lames. What's the move tonight? Those kind of motherfuckers, right? And then no sustainable relationships. Besides a couple guys here and there that were really helpful. So I was fucked, right? And I've had this feeling in the back of my heart, in my mind, for the last year and a half. Look at that fucking spotlight. Y'all see that shit? Dude, I live in fucking GTA servers now. Crazy. It's a troop calling, man. They're telling us to tap in for real. Dude, we gotta get one of those for the fucking streams. Tap in, pussy. Tap in. So I basically lost everything, right? School was gonna drop me. Girl left my shit. No friends, no actual relationships, no fucking nothing, dude. No progress in school, no progress in money. I had $500, bro. Nothing, dude. All the money I made from trading at the time, I'd been profitable for a year and a half, went right back to school. It went right back to school. I was just constantly paying the money just to be a fucktard, right? I had a little in savings. I'm not gonna over exaggerate it, but I had $500 in my checkings to be fuck around money. So yeah, it was not a good situation. I was incredibly depressed, genuinely suicidal. I hated the way I looked. I projected these awful things I felt from the world onto myself. I'd literally catch myself in the mirror and be fuck. I don't even know, dude, I love the way I look now. I'm confident as fuck. I love what I do. And I feel like I'm in my own skin, and that's something new. I don't experience a lot of anxiety, but I do stress out a lot about, how I feel and, where I'm going. And it was super stressful for me. It was my head was against a wall, my back was against a wall. I just couldn't break through this thing, and yet I had this gut feeling that was you should do this, you should do this, you should do that. And I have acted on my gut so much in my life in the worst ways. I never even thought that I could act on my gut in a positive way. I could, jump in on something and be all right, we're gonna fucking do this. And I've never made a decision this ballsy in my entire fucking life, ever, never. You guys see me as this person that's crushing it. This is late game, bro. Y'all cute late game, motherfucker. Because this shit is new. 2025 new. I created this person. I became this person through losing everything I thought I had and thought I was. And realistically, all that I've done, I didn't become a new person. I just aligned myself with who I've always been, but who I've essentially neglected from allowing to come out because I was too lazy or too tired or too stressed or too whatever, too bogged down by the bullshit that I let myself go through, when I should have just spoke to God and understood, hey, this is not who I am. How do I align myself with that person? And I'd say, boys, I'm pretty fucking aligned. I'd say I'm pretty fucking aligned. Now, I'm not 100% satisfied. No one's ever going to be 100% satisfied. But what I will say is I know that I'm acting. Doesn't he know I'm fucking recording? I'm acting with intent now. I'm acting with purpose. I've been in this like stalemate for the last 3 months, and I'm actually making progress in my physical life. I haven't had a whole lot of physical things to happen to me where I'm like, oh, I'm making it. But now I'm here, and a lot of people ask me like, why'd you move to Miami? Why Miami? Why that? And it's not for the reasons you think. In the past, I would have come here for the bitches and shit, and for, you know, fucking Latin Ninas and whatever. But honestly, the reason why I'm here is because, first of all, I can be close to my family. Second of all, just being here reminds me of what I'm doing and what I'm trying to accomplish in a cool ass fucking pad, mind you, in a cool ass fucking Paddington. Okay, I'm actually physically accomplishing my dreams. If you asked me, dorm room Andrew, 5 months ago, where he thought he'd be, I would probably say in the same exact dorm room doing fucking computer science work. And I don't even know how the fuck I got here. Since that day, truly, I don't think I've actually lived a day of my own life until that day where I called my mom and told her, I'm dropping out of school. I don't care what you have to say. I have enough money to do whatever I want to do. I'm dropping out. And then once I said that, immediately everything in my life starts to align. The moment I invite God in to hear what I want and hear what I want him to allow me to have and what I ask for him to put in my life, suddenly when I start bringing that in as a conversation, I can start to see the reason of all the hardship. I can start to see all these things in my life that I'm grateful for, and things slowly start aligning. Things aren't going to happen like that, boys. They're not, right? But I know a lot of you have been ignoring that gut feeling for a really, really long time, you know, where it's like, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, there's this opportunity, and I don't know if I should take it, or I don't know if I have the ability to take it, and there's this concern and that concern and this and that and this. How about fucking jump? Use me as an example. Okay, I promise you with everything in my heart and soul that you trying at very least will make a really good story. It's not going to be smooth sailing. There's been nights, even though for you guys I've been consistent, I've been this and I've been that, I've been very composed, very energetic, very, you know, alive for this movement I'm building. There are days where I'm genuinely in bed at 3 a.m. looking at my computer and just crying. Dead ass. Like, my heart is fucking pounding. There's just a lot. There's a lot behind the scenes. And that's going to be the same way with you guys too. It's going to be. Like, this shit is hard. School was not hard. That shit, like, it was like, yeah, it was hard work, but like, it was monotonous, robotic, and it wasn't me. And now that I'm here, I would much rather take the pain and suffering and the crying and the sleepless nights and all this bullshit that I have allowed myself to have and want to have versus being in a fucking dead-end career doing shit I don't want to do in a place I don't want to be. And guys, like, you guys worry about these times and, you know, when can I have this and when can I have that? Boys, you know, I've been just trading for 4 years, and I'm not saying it's going to take you 4 years, not by any means, but not once did I ask myself, when am I going to be in Miami? I never even thought it was going to be possible. I genuinely thought I was going to go to a job and do all that shit. And the moment I acted on that instinct, the moment I felt this thing that's been rising and rising and rising, it just felt like a good idea. It felt actually good. Okay, I'm not talking you go to sleep, you're all giddy and shit. I'm talking you go to sleep, you're giddy about this idea. You wake up the next day, you're giddy about the idea. You wake up the next day, then you're giddy about the idea. Guys, I'm still giddy about the fucking idea. Okay? I'm still giddy about that shit. Even more, every single day. And if that is what it's like for you, then fucking jump. I don't care what it is. Jump. I am living proof that just jumping and just completely, whatever file that you have, whatever memory that you have in your brain that says you're doing these things for whatever reason. Okay? If you're unhappy, unhappiness is a temporary thing, but if you're actually consistently unhappy with whatever you're doing, then what the fuck are you doing? I'm not saying you need to be some fucking smiley motherfucker, but I'm saying, like, if you don't like what you're doing, then why are you doing that thing? Like, my boy, why are you doing that thing? I don't understand you. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I was that person. Why? Why was I allowing myself to stay in a place where I have no friends? The girl that I had doesn't want me anymore. The fucking actual work I'm doing bores the shit out of me. I'm not doing good at it anyways. And then I'm doing this other thing. I'm just fucking diddling around doing titty fuck all with it. And yet it's what I enjoy the most. Why am I not doing that thing? And why aren't you doing that thing? Like, genuine, I'm not being like fucking, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, why aren't you doing that fucking thing? I'm talking to myself here, but like, why? Like, why would I? Every day you spend not working on that thing is a day that questions the longevity of this entire thing that you're working for. I promise you. Live by that. And every single moment, every single decision, passive, active, where you're sitting there thinking, oh, I'll do this or I'll do that instead, or I don't have time for this. You are actively making the decision to not have the life you want. Actively. You are choosing, I'm not going to do that because I don't want that life. You might not think you are, but I promise you, you are. It's just the reality of it. Okay? Find out what that truth is. I'm telling you, boys, sit down with yourself, sit down with God, open him up for this conversation, and genuinely ask, who am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be doing? Because you asked me a year ago what I wanted to do, and it would have never been this. But I didn't have a good idea of what it wanted to be. I know exactly what the fuck I want to be, boys. There is not a question in my mind about what I want and what I want to do. It is very fucking clear. That has never existed before. Okay? It was, oh, I'm going to do computer science and then the finance and then, you know, I'll be a millionaire. It's like, I don't even know how the fuck to get there. Here, I invent the steps, motherfucker. I invented the steps. And let me show you what inventing the steps has gotten me so far, boys. This is what inventing my own steps has gotten me. All by myself. Doing shit I fucking love. Do I have my dream car, my dream house, and all this shit? Of course not. But you know what I do have? The privilege of saying I built this entire life myself, doing things that no people on this planet can replicate. It's all fucking me, boys. So use me as a sign. Go all fucking in on that shit. I promise you, it will be the best decision of your entire use me as an example. Use me, chat. Use me. But please, I promise you, like, this shit is unreal. Unreal.